This is Marie Stardew, and I'm going to be reading Kim and Balls by Dataco 125. Summary. Mid-parental divorce, Kim gets sent on a great quest to obtain candies, but she faces one obstacle. Tiny blonde dude. And you never do anything around the house. What do you mean by that? I work every day for your sake so we can have food on the table. Oh, right, because being a manager at Fics, it is a respectful position, you lazy... Ugh, there they go again. Kim hated how Mom and Dad always erupted randomly, especially when she and Vance always start to have a little fun. Now Uno is ruined. The two siblings were sitting in silence while their parents' voices rang out in shrieks and yells of anger. Hey, Kim. Vance put his cards down and took out his wallet. Buy me some taffy. The girl looked at the $10 he held out. Vance, just go, okay? I'll take care of things here. The two could hear their parents' argument escalating. They began throwing and dragging things around. Vance winced with a worried look on his face, but shook it off and walked with her to the door. She found herself standing alone outside. Kim looked back at Vance as he stuck his head back inside and mumbled something under his breath, all while the ruckus got louder. Kim, buy yourself something extra, okay? Don't worry about taking your time. He closed the door, muffling the cries and yells ringing inside. Dumbass. Kim pocketed the money and began making her way to the store. It was a week before her 12th birthday. She heard her parents begin talking about what they could do, then the cost, then the money they brought in. Ugh! And she was having such a nice day after exams were done, too. Kim felt like her day was ruined. At least they'll have candy, I guess. Her love of sweets was something her and her brother shared since forever, or at least it felt like that to her. She was surprised he gave her money, though normally the two stole it. That bastard gave me Monopoly money! She gave it a closer look, staring into the blue color and wondering how the hell both of them didn't catch that this blue money was not in fact the green $10 bill. Guess I gotta sneak some out again. She pocketed the money anyways, since it was probably important to their previously abandoned game that they hadn't continued in, 3 months? Doesn't matter, she had a theft to perform. Kim let out a squeak as a voice rang out behind her unexpectedly. You shouldn't steal. That's wrong. In front of her stood some pipsqueak with blonde hair. He felt familiar. Balls, was it? She swore his name sounded something like that. It was pretty stupid, too. It's Basil. He gave her a deadpan stare. Whoops. Right. Anyways, what I do with my free time is none of your business. You're gonna steal candy, right? Huh? How did you know? Are you a stalker? His face got red at the accusation. Weird. What? Yeah, this guy was definitely a stalker. I just overheard you right now. That's all. Kim looked the boy up and down. He definitely dressed like a dork. Not to mention who'd do a lot of running. His cheeks were soft looking like a baby. Why'd she even make that comparison? Anyways, she could absolutely outrun this dweeb, and that's all that matters. Well, just try to stop me. I'll tell the school. Darn, her mom would kill her if she ever heard about this. Not to mention how she'd be stuck in a boring suspension with the loud boys. Well, can he give her some time to think? Kim cursed Vance for her blunder in her mind. What kind of person sees fake money and thinks it's the real stuff? Suddenly, like that one word said that one time that meant to have a really smart idea. Really quickly, Kim got a smart idea. Really quickly. She'd heard it in movies, the real stuff those guys knew about crime, right? And they always dealt with cops, right? And what did they do to get away with it? Bribery! I'll give you half if you don't tell. No, stealing is wrong. Darn it. Well, why don't I just give you some? They're at my grandma's. Stranger danger, this random girly dude was offering her candy! Nuh-uh, I know this trick. You're gonna kidnap me and sell me in the black market for my organs, right? Right! He turned red. She was right yet again! Well, you're not gonna catch me, balls. I'm the fastest in my class for a reason. She ran off in the direction of the market with only one goal in mind. Steal the candy and run all hell away from the creepy, cool girl organ stealer. Ignore that it was 2 goals. Your mom is 2 goals. In a few seconds, she left that blondie in the dust. What a loser. Well, that was a successful haul. Even if it'll get her suspended or whatever, she still got the candy and freedom. A productive day, if she'd say so. While chomping on them in the park, trying to ignore the 2 idiots who always hogged the swings and had small giggle-cry sessions when it got late, her mind drifted back to that one guy from before. Looking back, he didn't really seem that dangerous. But you should never know if some people are. It's like that one woman from the movie, Fame Fatal or something French, but with a dude instead of a chick. Her face took a sharp turn behind her in a moment. She heard something move. There was something in the bushes. She heard it. Well, that was fun. We should come here more often, Basil. Balls? Shit, she had to get out of here now. She didn't know he was friends with the Kel, of all people, who was always picked first in PE. Huh? Is that you, Kim? Can't outrun this one, she groaned to herself. What do you want, Kel? Hey, what's with the tone? I just said hi. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Basil interrupted their intense debate. Kel, you didn't. You just called her name. Basil, how could you take her side? I'm hurt. He fell dramatically into the sponge head until the guy in question was about to fall on his butt. Sorry, but I didn't want to lie. Well, whatever. Kel turned and started to walk away in a huff. It's not like I wanted you to say I was right or anything. Geez, he looked goofy with his arms out like that. Ugh, Sonny and Aubrey, why are you holding hands? That's gross. Oh, he found them good. She was about to follow suit and leave the blonde ball alone, but her arm was tugged by a surprisingly strong grip. Wait, I want to apologize for earlier, for trying to steal my organs. I wasn't trying to do that. Yeah, right, as if she'd believe that. What were you trying to do then, huh? That was when she saw him reach into the bag and pull something out. It looked like a circle of flowers, red ones. The hell is this? Flowers? Are you confessing? Red again. She was right. No, I just wanted to give you these to apologize. I made them out of tulips. They mean apology in flower language. Sounds made up, but sure. She grabbed them and looked closely. It was tightly knit together. He was very skilled with his hands. You'd make one hell of a lockpick. What? Don't worry about it. Anyways, aren't these usually white? What's with the red? His face turned really red, and he scratched the back of his head with his lemon-looking hair and stuff. Kind of makes him look like a strawberry lemon candy. I grew white ones, but those were given to a friend, so I only had these on hand. Basil looked away and found the gaze of one boy who was watching an ongoing argument between Kel and some girl. In his hair was a white tulip flower crown, neatly placed. Now that she looked closer, the girl also had some pink flowers on her hair. How girly and boring! Well, all right, I'll accept this apology, but only if you promise not to tell anyone about this. Basil's eyes widened for a second before he closed them and smiled ominously. Sure, you'll be giving me half of what's left, though, right? Thank God she wasn't chewing it, because that would have made her spit something out. Heck no! This is mine. Get your own. Aw, but that wasn't the deal you said earlier, right? Shoot, this guy's a tough nut. Come on, there's not a lot left. Can't you spare some? Suddenly, it was as if flowers appeared around his face and the world turned pink. His smile was obviously scary, but it made her feel weird, and she suddenly didn't like it. Whatever, you nerd! Have these and don't say a word." His eyes smiled with his face at the sight. He pocketed them and smiled. "Thanks, Kim." He then put a finger to his mouth. "Don't worry, your secret's safe with me." There it was, that weird feeling. She had to get out of here before he worked his cute, anti-cool person magic. That he was doing! "It better be, or you're dead meat, but Basil!" And there she goes, swift as the wind. It looked faster than Kel, if you asked him, but Basil was not about to say that out loud. Looking down at his pocket, he walked over to his friends with a perfect bribe ready to calm them all down. It didn't dawn until later that she'd actually said his name right at the end. It seemed to go well then. Part of him hoped she'd come back, but the other half wouldn't be ready to think of what would happen if she ever realized what those flowers truly meant. Okay, so this was one of my favorite fics. Personally, it's Basil x Kim, if you hadn't noticed. And I had to look it up. Red tulips mean love. There, I saved you an extra 10 seconds on Google. And there is no continuation of this, which almost made me cry. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!